Eddie, as you say, it is like a AAA bond. I think the biggest potential we have in the world right now is human potential, and that advance is terribly important, but accept is probably the most important. To have all of us represented in our businesses across the whole of the world's most populous region, which is us, across the highest growth area of the world, which is us. I think the most exciting area of the world, which is also us, but also where modern slavery is worst. That too is us. And we can lead the world out of slavery. I admitted to Eddie this morning that I woke up in a kind of a hot sweat this morning thinking, imagine if everyone hadn't flown here. Imagine if we didn't have these 2 days. Imagine if we didn't have Dino and Jen to powerhouse this. Imagine for a moment that slavery started to get a grip a few years ago, because it's never been bigger in human history than now. Imagine if some of the companies represented here weren't here to defeat modern slavery, but with their governments, we're here to institutionalise it. Maybe if we hadn't spoken up in 2018, maybe it could have got a grip on the world and become normalised. And then imagine how horrible that world would be for the years and the generations to come. But it won't be that. That is not our future. Our future rests upon the shoulders of all of you to address modern slavery, to accept that it exists in my organisation, and I'm doing what I can to get rid of it, that it exists in your organisations, and we must learn about it so we can all do everything we can to get rid of it. We have $570 billion of at-risk products imported into our economies. It's everywhere. It's cocoa, it's fishing, it's electronics. Wherever you choose, you can see it if you look for it. And when we're on our rapid march, technology, commercialisation, of partnership, of collaboration, you've heard all these terms, from the United Nations to Bali. Let's make sure that what we don't ever lose is our human potential. And that comes from ensuring that we have no slavery in our supply chains. Just as the most automated countries have the least unemployment, so do those countries with the least slavery have the strongest economies. So do those companies who have stamped out slavery in their supply chains have the highest growth. This is great for business, ladies and gentlemen, but it's also great for that world we did not want to see, but for which, by your presence, we may have had, and which you will, through your action, deny. So I thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I thank Eddie very much for hosting us. You know, Eddie's a champion. He didn't have to pull this on. Just like all of you, could have easily been busy. But Eddie stepped up. He's been a very generous benefactor here for all of us. And on behalf of Eddie and all of you, I very deeply welcome you, encourage you to embrace the AAA. I thought it was a bit naff when I first heard it. And then I understood exactly what it meant. I mean, it's power that we accept it ourselves. We make sure others accept it. We make sure there's no denial of it. Then we advance it in our own companies. And then we make sure that our governments understand as well. So thank you, Eddie, and thanks all of you from the bottom of my heart for attending and making sure that future for all humans is as bright as it must be. Thank you.